Hello. So, what you are thinking about this subject? Subject is tough, subject is moderate, or subject is easy, or this subject is you are feeling good with this subject. What is your view? Any one or two students, please tell me.
Sir, it is a important subject for
Sir,
coding.
not that much, not
Yes, sir.
that much tough.
Yes,
This
not
subject
that
is
much tough.
moderate.
Hmm?
Interesting,
Yes,
sir.
moderate.
Moderate. Acha. Acha. Vicky Kumar thinking this subject is very much important. Shalini
Yes, sir.
says that it is this subject is moderate. And who is thinking this subject is tough? Is there anybody? I think nobody. Very good.
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. I want to see your face. Please, all of you, turn on your video. After that, you will turn off. It's my request, turn on your video. Acha, Suhani, who is Suhani?
Yes, sir.
Uh, I am seeing that your account name has been given as Suhani. No roll number is there. No roll number is there, Suhani. Is it you or not? Acha, Saurabh, please check the list.
Yes, sir.
Uh, please check the list whether any students is outside of this class.
Okay, sir. So all are from our class,
Okay, okay.
except
Uh,
that one
Which one?
in last after sir Videsh, after Videsh there, sir.
What is the name? Tell me.
The
Bires,
name
Bires
is
Dev.
not mentioned. No, sir.
Okay,
Name is not mentioned there.
okay. I am removing.
Something, sir.
Hmm. Okay, I have
Okay,
removed.
sir.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, sir.
So till now, what you have learned? Just give a summarized form. Saurabh. Saurabh, unmute.
So till now, sir will discuss sir BFS, DFS, discuss algorithm and minimum spanning tree, sir. Till now.
Asymptotic notation also.
Yes, sir, asymptotic notation.
So you have understood the asymptotic notation and BFS, DFS, minimum spanning tree. I think so.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you may turn off video. Saurabh, hello.
Yes, sir.
In a copy, in a page, you take the attendance. That is just write the roll number only. Okay, write the roll number. It is the class roll number or university roll number?
So university law.
The university roll number, 3 digit. You write in a page, and after finishing the class, I will ask you.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to start the class. Okay. Uh, as after a long time I'm taking the class, this is the just I am summarizing it. I think it will be good understanding among you and me. It is the in the syllabus mainly we have to cover the analysis, divide, and how many analysis means what whether the algorithm is good or not with comparison to the other algorithm, that I have to consider using the time complexity. That is the analysis, and that already covered. Still, I'll continue it. And there are some approach are there through which I can write the algorithm for certain problem. Which are that approach? Approach is divide and conquer, greedy technique, dynamic programming. Okay, so these are the techniques. These are mainly three techniques: divide and conquer, greedy technique, and dynamic programming. Also, are there branch and bound method are there that I'll discuss later. Okay, backtracking are there. Everything is not written here, but mainly these three. Others are the backtracking are there. Okay, branch and bound method are there. Okay. Now, tree traversal and graph traversal, that is in our syllabus, and hasing in our syllabus. And lastly, we have to discuss about the P, NP, NPC, NPH. That we will not understand now. At the end of the syllabus, it is there. So what is algorithm? That is nothing to explain. Already you know. Some input will be there, some output will be there. Okay. Uh, and these are the for the algorithms that should be the unambiguous and finiteness. These are the property of the algorithm that already I have discussed. Okay. And also some portions of the notes I have given to you. And now designing the algorithm analysis. After designing, we have to analyze that algorithm. Now, time complexity and space complexity. Two type of complexity are there. Here we are focusing the time complexity. Time complexity means here mainly two type of complexity. One is the compiler or software, and another is the processor or hardware. Okay, and the processor hardware, it is the fixed. Here we will discuss about the that is the your software. That is in this case your program. How much time it will take to execute. That will be focus point. This one. Okay, not this one, because we are considering this one is the fixed for the processor hardware. Okay. So that I'll discuss. That I already have discussed about the types of the analysis. That already I've discussed here. That is written here. Okay, software and compiler. And that T here, TA means total time. T means total time, compiler time, and the processor time. That is the runtime. Okay. Now, mainly we discuss about the app priori. Okay, where it is determined of the order of the magnitude of the statement. That is the how many times a statement is executed in the given problem. That is our discussion. Some example I am giving you so that you can understand. Now find the time complexity of this program. Void main, suppose here it is a C program, and x is equal to y plus z. It is given x and y and z is the variable. So I am asking you what is the time complexity of this. See, this line executing how many times? Only one time. So here time complexity is constant. Here only one time, that is a big O of 1. I'll represent it. What is that? If I ask you what is the time complexity this, that is the only one statement are there and one time it is executing. So it will take the 1 unit of time. So we can represent it as the big O of 1. Now, if I ask you find the time complexity of this program, void main or main function, this is the main function x is equal to y plus z for I is equal to 1 to n. That is n times it is iterating. For loop iterating n times, and within the for loop I have written x is equal to y plus z. Now if I ask you that is the what will be the time complexity of this, then what will be answer? See, this is order of n, but how it is coming? Because this line executing only one time, but this line x is equal to y plus z here, this line will execute n time, because 1 to n means what? N times it is executing. So here 1, for this statement 1 unit, and for this statement n unit. So n plus 1. So n plus 1 is nearest to 1. So that's why it is written as the big O of n. Okay, because n is longer. Which one is the longer? In between the n and 1, n is longer. So you can say that it is the big O of n times its time complexity. Okay. Now some more example I am giving you here. Here, see, in this program, I am asking you what will be the time complexity. This x is equal to y plus z. It is one time. For I is equal to 1 to n, that is the n times it is iterating. And within the for loop, 3 statements are there. X is equal to y plus z, y equal to z plus x, z is equal to x plus y, whatever. And these 3 statements are there. So this statement is all statement is running n times. So you can write n time, n time, n time means 3 n times. So 3 n times, and it is this statement run 1 unit. So 3n plus 1. So 3n plus 1, you can represent it as the big of n, because here mainly focus is the n. Okay, so 3n you can represent it as the n. Among the 3n and 1, which is the larger? 3n, and 3 is the constant and n is the term. So you can write it is the big of n. Okay, so in this way, if you can write 3n, 6n, whatever, n by 2, you can represent it by n. Okay, suppose written n plus 1, n plus 3, n plus 100, also you can represent it as the big of n. Understood, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the another example. Suppose main function x is equal to y plus z for I is equal to 1 to n. Here within the for loop, another for loop is there, that is the nested for loop is there. So here suppose another loop is there, r is equal to 1 to n by 2, and x is equal to y plus z. So if I ask you what will be time complexity, this is iterating only one time. Now this outer for loop is iterating how much time? N time, and this inner for loop iterating n by 2 times. N by 2 times. So I am considering the outer for loop. Outer for loop is n time, and inner for loop is n by 2 times. So n into n by 2 times. This is iterating. This is statement x is equal to y plus z. This is iterating how many times? N into n by 2 times. Means what? N square by 2 times. So how much time total take? N square by 2 plus 1. N square by 2 plus 1. So n square by 2 means what? N square into 1 by 2. So here 1 by 2 is the constant, and this is the constant. So here main focus will be the n square. So here time complexity is big of n square. Understood, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now consider of this. What is the time complexity of this? Here main function. Here suppose I is equal to n. I is equal to n. Yes, it is a constant. It only 1 unit time it will take. Now while I greater than 1, here within the while loop I am writing I is equal to I by 2. So each time it will iterate, the value of I will be half. Okay. Now next again you will iterate, I will be again half. Next again it will be half. So if suppose now I value is 100, so next time I value will be what? Hello, 50 hoga. Next what will be
50.
next what will be the value of 25.
25.
Next 12, next 6, next 3. Okay, next 1. So now when it will be value of I will be 1, I is suppose integer, so it will discard the fractional part. So I value will be 1. So 1 greater than 1, this condition false, that while loop will execute. So if you find it out, then you can find out it is the every time it is taking the half. So you can say it is the log n time it is iterating. See, take it. Suppose n value 64. So at first 64 is greater than 1. Then 64, half of 64 is what? 32. 32 greater than 1. Then 16 greater than 1. Then 8 greater than 1. Then 4 greater than 1. Then 2 greater than 1. So what is the half of 2? 1. 1 greater than 1, this condition false. So while loop will exit. So how many times it is iterating? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times it is iterating. But what was the value of n? N was the 64. But this is not iterating 64 times. This loop is iterating only 6 times. So you can consider it as the log. Just you find it. It is the value of log base 2. Okay.
Yes,
Log
sir.
64 base 2. The value is nearest to 6. So you can represent it as the big O of log n. Now, here it is very simple, just constant. Now this one. Here for loop is there, another for I is equal to 1 less than is equal to n I plus plus. For j is equal to 1 j less than is equal to I j plus plus. For k is equal to 1 k less than is equal to 133 and k plus plus. X is equal to y plus z. Okay, I am asking you what will be time complexity of this. Can I give you the home task? Just take it as the picture. So take the snapshot of this and you find what will be time complexity of this. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is
Yes,
your
sir.
home. It is a homework. Now, some gate question is there. This is the function an. If within the function, if n less than is equal to 1, return some value. Else means if n is greater than 1, then return a of root over n. Every time, if the else condition is true, then it will return. That is, it will call the function, recursive function. Recursively, it is called the function itself. A root over n. Now it is asked what will be the time complexity of this. Now how you will find out? Here it is the options: big of n, big of log n, big of log n, big of l log n. So how we will find out? See, suppose we are considering. Acha, notice the program carefully. Again, I am telling, if here an function is the an, n is the value as parameter. If n less than is equal to 1, return. Else, return a. That is the recursively we are calling the function with the parameter root over n. Now I am finding what will be the time complexity of this. Suppose consider n is equal to 100. So if n is equal to 100, so first time the function will be called with the value of a, that is the a of 100. So first time it will execute it. Then second time when it will be called, then a10 will be called because root over 100 is 10. Okay, so a10 will, so this will execute. Now next root over 10, that is the a3 will be called. Okay, now root over 3 means what? Here 1, but this will not execute. This will not execute because of what? Because the condition is what? If condition is n less than or equal to 1, but here for to run the else part, n should be greater than 1. So here 1 is not greater than 1 because 1 is equals to 1. So this will not. So this is executing only how many times? 3 times executing. Value of n is 100, but this program is executing only 3 times. So this is executing 3 times. So if I ask you, so just what are the options? Options are there. See, big of n, big of log n, big of log n, big of n log n. So which will be the answer? Find it in this way. Suppose big of n is equal to big of that is a 100. It is not correct. That is 100 times it is not executing. Next, if you find out log of 100 base 2, the value will be the 7. Something about the 7. It is not matching with the original execution. That original is 3. Now here if you consider log of n, log of n, so it is actually log of this value. So that is a log 7 base 2. So the value is coming 3. So obviously this is the correct answer. So option C is your correct answer. Let's see here. Big of log n. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
so in this way you have to
Yes.
find out if the question come. Next, here another example. It is also the gate question. Yeah. N is equal to 2 to the power k, where k is a positive integer. Okay. For I is equal to 1, I less than is equal to n, I plus plus. So, and here j is equal to 2, while j less than equals to n, j is equal to j square. Then closing the while loop, then closing the for loop, then closing the function. Now, what will be time complexity of this? Big of n or big of n or big of n log n or big of n square. You have to find out. Now, how you will find out? Take one example, then you will understand. Some again at first check the program very carefully. N is equal to 2 to the power k. For I is equal to 1, I less than equals to n, I plus plus. Okay, remember it. Okay. Now inside this for loop, j is equal to 2, while j less than equals to n. Inside the while loop, j is equal to j square. So taking the example, suppose I am taking k is equal to 1. So if k is equal to 1, what is the value of n? N is equal to 2 to the power 2 to the power 1. So means what? Value of n is equal to 4. Okay. So value of n is equal to 4. So value of j is equal to, why value of j is equal to 2? Because it is here given. The value of j is equal to, okay. So 2 less than is equal to 4. According to this condition in the while loop, j should be less than is equal to n. So this condition is matching 2 less than 4. So this will execute. Okay. Next time j is equal to j square. See, j is equal to j square means what? J value is 2. So next time j value will be 4. So 4 less than is equal to 4. This is condition is true. So again this will be executed. Next time j is equal to j square means what? J value will be 16. 16 less than 4. This will not execute. So only two. When the value of k is equal to 1, this is running only 2 times. Now consider value of k is equal to 2. So if value of k is equal to 2, then n value will be 2 to the power 2 to the power 2 means 16. J is the fixed value 2, because here j is the fixed value 2. Now 2 less than is equal to 16, condition is true. So inside the while loop execute. Now next time j is equal to j square means 4. 4 less than is equal to 16, condition is true. So inside the while loop it will execute. Next 4 square means 16. 16 less than is equal to 16, condition is true. So inside this it will execute. Next 16 square means 256 less than is equal to 16, condition is false. So it will not execute. So when k will be 2, value of k is 2, then 3 times executing. When value of k is 1, 2 times executing. Okay. So consider of this. Now k is equal to 3. K is equal to 3 means how many? Same way you execute it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times it will execute. Okay. So in this way, now I am writing it in this way. So total time, suppose I am taking it as the n of here. Here we are considering it. See, n times. It is iterating n times. Sorry. Come to here. So n into k plus 1. N into k plus 1 times it is executing. Okay. So nk plus n. So nk always will be greater than n for the value of k greater than is equal to 1. So k value to always will be greater than 1, because here k will start from 1, then 2, then 3, whatever value can be taken. So for positive value of k, always nk will be greater than n. So I can write it as the nk. Okay. Now, if I find out the value of k, then I can easily find out the time complexity. Now, how to find out the value of k? It is given in the program. It is given n is equal to 2 to the power k, because see, check here, it is given n is equal to 2 to the power k. Now from this I can find out the value of k. How? Take the log to both side. So it is log n and it is log 2 to the power k, means what? It is log n base 2 and 2 to the power k यहाँ पर आ जाएगा, and it is log 2 base 2 means what? 1. Do you know the rules? Log 2 base 2 means log a base a is equal to 1. I think you know it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
k,
sir.
so k into 1, k into 1 means what? K. No. So here again I am taking the log. So sorry, log n is equal to 2 to the power k. Now again I am taking the both side log. So if I take the both side log, means what? Log of n base 2, and here what? Log of 2 to the power k, log of only 2 to the power k, ये तो 1 हो गया. So log of 2 to the power k means what? K into log of 2 base 2. So 2 base 2 means what? It is value, that is the 1. So means only k remaining. So k is what? K is equal to log of log n base 2. So इसका value यहाँ पर put कर देंगे. Nk means what? So n of log n base 2, which is your, which option? Option C. This is the correct. समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in this way you will find out. अच्छा एक काम करो, time ज़्यादा नहीं है. Hey Saurabh, have you taken the
Yes,
attendance?
sir. Yes, I take the SS.
Attendance लिए ना?
Yes, sir. ले लिए.
अच्छा ठीक है. सुनो, you exit from the Zoom, again rejoin. Okay, हम new connection
sir.
बनाते हैं क्योंकि 40 टाइम से ज़्यादा नहीं, 40 मिनट्स टाइम लेगा. ठीक है, हम exit कर रहे हैं, फिर से join करो सब.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Hmm.